So what are some good, target use cases for this technology? Data chores are a big one. So that was sort of a data chore, I would claim. It's like we want to save time and reduce errors. So maybe I want to clean up some spreadsheets. I've got messy spreadsheets that come in and I want to straighten those things out. Or I want to create a dashboard. Very common use case. No need to sort of go off and talk to somebody. You can say, I want a quick dashboard that will slurp in the data from this particular location and give me a fancy display of it or an informative display. Now, the nice thing about this, which I should say is, notice how long it took. It took maybe 10 minutes to code that thing from scratch. If I didn't like it, I could literally throw the code away. I could modify my description and create it again in 10 minutes. So in an hour, I can iterate through six versions of that code. And at the end of the hour, I would probably have something beautiful that does exactly what I want. Same thing with dashboards, right? You can say, well, I don't really like the way that one looks. You can interact with Claude to try and make it look better, or you can just throw it out and say, I'm going to start over and go in a different direction. Data merging and then extracting content from PDFs, right? So turning PDFs into Word documents or spreadsheets if there's data buried in them, or pulling figures out to put in PowerPoint presentations. So data chores is a big one. Internal analytics is also one where at Synaptic we're finding a lot of leverage there. So, I'm trying to look at what are the drivers of customer churn, or which of our customer segments are most profitable, where are deals stalling in the sales funnel, which leads or sources produce the highest lifetime value, which accounts are more likely to expand in the next quarter, right? So focusing your sales efforts, what is our sales cycle time by segment, or what products or features are actually correlated with renewals and retention? So these are the kind of things where you could pose the question. Now, I would say, what do you think is going to happen if you give those directly to Claude Code, right? So I literally just cut and paste one of these things. You could also think what would happen if you gave it to a junior developer. Actually, it turns out that the interaction is going to be pretty similar. So, and I did this. I picked one of these. It might have been the three drivers of churn, but I handed it to Claude. I just cut and pasted that. And I said, like, what are they? And he goes, okay, I see you're interested in churn, but I need to know something about the data that you've got. So it started asking me questions about where can I find the data? Is it a SQL database? Is it in a spreadsheet? And so if you start answering those questions, it's going to ask you other questions, and eventually it's going to have enough information where it can then go, okay, I think I'm ready to build the system, and then it's going to go off and build the system for you. So again, I think a sort of an interesting mental model is very knowledgeable, friendly junior developer who is there all the time to help you with the things that you want to do in terms of getting programs written. Workflows is another big one. And this slide's a little bit ugly, right? But you can think about workflows around feature prioritization, bug tracking, setting meetings, task management. And if you look in the news, they're all over the place, right? So there are companies out there that want to do workflow automation for you. AI is reshaping PDF workflows, just article after article after article. So that's a great application domain for applying AI coding assistance. And again, these can be internally facing workflows.